Step right in, don't be shy. Carolyn's here and you're gonna die. But don't you worry, there's no real harm. Death's reversible, it's part of the charm. Skeleton greeters rattling at the door. Zombies doing jazz hands across the floor. Laugh a little, scream, laugh a little, scream a lot. Join my army, give it a shot. You don't need breath, you don't need fear. Just let your soul park right here. I promise you'll have so much fun once your heart stops and then starts again. Welcome to the Bone Zone. Come play the necromantic way. Welcome to the Bone Zone. Get killed for free, resurrect today. Sign your corpse at the sound of the tone. Kathleen welcomes you to the Bone Zone. Spin the wheel of how did I die? Was it poison blades or a ghoul nearby? Win fabulous prizes, a ribcage hat, a femur flute, a dancing undead. Don't you love the spooky thrill? You can volunteer or I can kill. Either way, it's all the same. You'll rise again, improved by pain. Don't fear the dark, don't fear your doom. I'll tuck you snug in your tomb, then snap your back. New bone, new tone, ready to serve in my cobblestone throne. Welcome to the Bone Zone, where dying's just the entry fee. The Bone Zone, where skeletons dance professionally. Just sign your spine on the mercy loan. Kathleen welcomes you to the Bone Zone. Oh, darling, come closer. Yes, there. See this scythe? It's purely for flair. Necromancers don't kill, we pre-adjust. A bit of death, a bit of trust. You'll be fine. Probably, maybe. Okay. No, but it's reversible. Probably. Rise, rise, join my undead prize. Mars, 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 till your joints go starved. Serve, serve in eternal bone reserve. It calls, obey the tone. Come on down to the Bone Zone. Welcome to the Bone Zone. You'll laugh, you'll scream, you'll moan. Welcome to the Bone Zone. Your corpse has never felt this at home. Once you're dead, you'll never be alone. Kathleen claims you in the Bone Zone. One little death and you're good as new. If you survive, take home a skull or two. Thanks for visiting, scream again soon. The Bone Zone's open under every moon. Yeah. Phone at 3%. Sanity at 0. We're live. Black tip fox ear static in my brain. Doom scroll queen with the dopamine stain. Late again, chat already loud. Play something normal, absolutely not allowed. Glowing eyes in the dark of my room. Picking weird games that feel like doom. If it looks cursed, I click install. No self-preservation at all. Say touch grass, I say press go live. Running on nerves just to feel alive. If it's unhealthy, it's probably mine. Cue the music, count to 9, 9, 9, 9. I'm kids are a 9, so unhinged on mine. Heart on my sleeve and chaos by design. Laugh too loud when the vibe's not fine. Crash my feelings, then I reach at light. Terminal brain, but the fit looks clean. Latex shine and the monitor gleam. If we spiral, at least it's together tonight. Yeah, everything's wrong, but the stream feels right. jokes in a pastel tone. Overshare thoughts I should left alone. Half of chat bullies, half sends love. Both hit different when I'm not enough. Foxtail flick when the stress hits hard. Turn my breakdown into content art. Smile like I planned every messy part. Professional clown with a self-reset heart. Clock's asleep, but my brain's to scroll. Little red numbers eating me whole. If I disappear in the blue light glow, just hit refresh, I'll never go. I'm kids, sure are nines, little unhinged online. Heart on my sleeve and cares by design. Laugh too loud when the vibe's not fine. Crash my feelings and I reach out live. Terminal brain, but the fit looks clean. Latex shine and the monitor gleam. If we spiral, at least it's together tonight. Yeah, everything's wrong, but the stream feels right. Maybe tomorrow I'll fix my sleep. Maybe tomorrow I won't overthink. But right now the music's loud and sweet, and you're all still here with me. So don't log out yet. I'm kids or nights, flicker on your screen. Sad girl jokes in a neon dream. If the world's too much, you can hide in my stream. We'll be broken, but aesthetically. If it hurts a bit, it's kinda my brand.
Volk des neuen Reiches, Brüder und Schwestern, hört die Rufe der Geschichte! Die Stunde ist gekommen, der Zielkaiser naht. Aus den Nebeln der Zeit erhebt sich seine Gestalt. Er bringt Licht in die Dunkelheit, Stärke in die Herzen. Der alte Verfall endet, ein neuer Morgen bricht an. Das goldene Zeitalter des neuen Reiches beginnt. Zielkaiser, unser Führer, unser Licht. Einheit, Ehre, Macht und ewiger Glanz. Heil dem Zielkaiser, heil dem neuen Reich. Die Ketten der alten Welt zerbrechen unter seinem Siegel. Das Land erblüht in goldenen Feldern und stolz.
Yeah, this is the national anthem, don't you know?
Das Volk vereint in ewiger Treue und unbesiegbarer Stärke. Wohlstand und Sieg für alle, die ihm folgen.
Good morning, everybody. It's your boy Nightowl. We are going to watch some shit. Oh, man. So how's everybody doing this morning? We got a collection of videos to watch today. A good chunk of videos. So we're gonna get through them all. Bro, fucking the Seal Kaiser song was so funny. What's up, Velasco Forge? What's up? Ocno, welcome in. Digger Payne. All the regs are slowly trickling in. It's my fault. I started late. David of Late, welcome in. Depths Walker, welcome in. We're gonna start right off the bat with some Jaded Fett. Jaded Fett is one of my favorites. He has this really cool circuitry fucking robot style that I just can't not like.
Today's the day it all comes down. Newscasters, dancing clowns. Truth don't matter, only who's first. Fake news loading slake endless thirst. Feed the masses, stuff them full. Drug them thin Ozempic face. Go, 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 go. No, narcissists looks on the muse. Quang goes round again. Don't know enough to see that being used. Harass, bully, docs, just another pox pink hair. Didn't care, never bent the knee. Felt the boat rockin' pirate, capping, gang calling. Flame war rocks, brought out the paradigm. A perfect snapshot. A single moment, locked in time. Air my street, impossible standard. Always higher. Real life might not be found online, but community built can cross that divide. Log on, take a breath, touch digital grass. Join us around the campfire. If it ain't about the head, it's about the words. Cause words are violence, they wouldn't dare. Whatever happened to sticks and stones may break my bones, but words are just hot air. Trolls never really care. Performative empathy abounds. Say the line, just empty sound. No. Mass reports, intelligent retorts. System abuse, sarcastic meme used back and forth. We flow where we stop. No one can know. When Elon bought X, probably saved the timeline. A perfect snapshot. A single moment in time. Airbrush tweaked, impossible standard. Always higher. Real life might not be found online, but community built can cross that divide. Log on, take a breath, touch digital grass. Join us around the campfire. A terrorist sample fills a screen, preaching fake truth to fools unseen. Caught every is phobenism. Words can hurt but cause a schism. Can't never give in, they'll just demand more. Take a stand, fight the good fight, might be hard. We're here to help, it's always darkest just before dawn. If you're stuck without light, reach out to those around. A little spark is all it takes. Shared around starts a raging fire in our heart. A single moment locked in time. Airbrush tweaked, impossible standard. Always higher. Real life might not be found online, but a community built can cross that divide. Log on, take a breath, touch digital grass. Join us around the campfire.
MIWG2FOOSLG.
Just skipped right to that. Fuck. Watched that a while ago. I always forget to turn off fucking shuffle. You know, Jaded, like, I'll say, like, this was really interesting visuals. This song was kind of, like, super offbeat, though. I liked it, though. I really did. Had, like, some great messaging and some great visuals. The song was good. It was just, like, a little offbeat.
Truth don't matter, only who's first. Fake.
Velasco, man, you gotta kind of, like, prioritize your own career over mine. You know, like, I know you like hanging out, you like the show and all that stuff, but you definitely gotta do what's best for you and your own channel when it comes down to things.
News loading slake endless thirst.
Yeah, there's some good shit, Jaded Fit. Like, you did good here. Your editing has definitely gotten, like, a lot better over time. Your generations have gotten a lot better over time. My one stupid small complaint is just, like, the weird offbeatness of, like, some parts of the song. Like the Celestium, like the Ember Paradox references. Keen's always funny to see. See what Nola them cooked up.
Is a battlefield. I say it's a pillow fight. You cut every misstep. I'm just trying to sleep at night. You quote their philosophers at brunch over burnt toast. I'm just trying to savor it. You trying to swear a stern oath. You schedule your fun time. Color-coded calendars. Meditation, gratitude, optimize parameters. You heal on a deadline. You grow like it's homework. Journal your inner child. Then assign that kid more work. Why you take life so serious? Suit and tie on your spirit, huh? Every laugh need a reason, huh? Every smile got a thesis, huh? Lighten up heavyweight. You can drop that mental crate. If you breathe, you already great. Don't make peace another thing you gotta rate. You count in your steps, but you never just step out. Arguing in comment sections what life's really about. You're building airtight arguments, I'm building blanket forts instead. You're preaching from the keyboard, I'm raising kingdoms in my bedspread. You flex how enlightened, I don't even watch shows. Yet you know plots to every one of those. You fasting from pleasure, but binging on guilt. You built a whole prison and brag about how it's built. Come on! Why you take life so serious? Suit and tie on your spirit, huh? Every laugh need a reason, huh? Every joy need a thesis, huh? Lighten up heavyweight. Drop that mental crate. If you're here now, you already great. Don't make love another task you gotta rate. Yeah, we broke, but you aware we can care and still clown, yeah. You can stand for the people and still sit your ass down, yeah. Toast with your teacup, dance in your kitchen. You ain't got a right to think peace. Every time you feel different. Why you take life so serious? Suit and tie on your spirit, huh? Not every breath needs a syllabus. Not every happiness needs deliverance. Lighten up heavyweight. You can drop that mental crate. If you alive, that's worth the wait. Don't make life another job you gotta rate.
Oh, dude, that one was so short and sweet. I loved it. Oh, dude, go back. I love the art style here, man. It's so cool. I love the like the heavy outline. I don't want to call it like cell shaded, but you know, like that's such a cool freaking design. I love this little female character. She's mad cute, to be honest. Like every dude needs a girl like her in your life. It's such a good message too. Just chill the fuck out. They're really good at facial expressions, man. Like this video is like entirely carry with the facial expressions. I'm building blanket forts instead. You're preaching from the keyboard, I'm raising kingdoms in my bedspread. You flex how enlightened, I don't even watch shows. Yet you know plots to every one of those. You fasting from pleasure, but binging on guilt. You built a whole prison and brag about how it's built. Come on! Why you take life so serious? Suit and tie on your spirit, huh? Every laugh need a reason, huh? Every joy need the thesis, huh? This shit's cute. This shit's cute as fuck.
Drop that mental crate. If you're here now, you already great. Don't make love another task you gotta rate. Yeah, we broke, but you aware we can care and still clown, yeah.
Aelith looks really good here. I like Ohio Birdman and his little tweets.
You ain't got a right to think peace. Every time you feel different. Why you take life so serious? Suit and tie on your spirit, huh? Not every breath needs a syllabus. Not every happiness needs deliverance. Lighten up heavyweight. You You can drop that mental
Fucking Depths Walker freaking catfishing Nailith was so funny here. Yeah, this was a good one, man. This one is from the AICCA network. They did a review on the Skybrowse community like way back, like a month ago or so, and they had positive things to say. They really focused on Sky and Louisverse because like they were the two heaviest hitters at the time, but they definitely spoke up highly about the Skybrowse cinematic universe and the use of AI. This is a video they put out.
We don't hear you. We don't feel you.
All that noise don't build a boom.
Yeah, that's the big thing about Null is like his style consistency.
All that noise don't build a thing.
What's up? Welcome in, welcome in.
Shake the ground now.
Watch the hollow voices sink.
You sit in the dark with the scribble.
Entirely too sure on that Octo.
Throwing little stones, but you build nothing of your own. Talk about craft, but you never took a risk. Just a comment section king with a phantom hit list.
Same old script, same tired line. Back in my day, but you never had shine. If it ain't your way, then it must be fake. But you never made art, only things you break.
You don't create, you calculate out. You don't build fire, you try to put it out. Drum go louder.
Looks like they made like the entirety of this video in CapCut AI too. Has the watermark up in the corner. You can't see it because of the chat overlay, but it's up there.
You chase credit.
We chase game. We don't hear you. We don't feel you.
Echo fading in the night.
We're the signal.
You're the static.
Watch us step into the light.
Funny thing is, you prove our point. Every post just disjoint noise. If truth was heavy, you lift some weight, but you just spectate, hesitate, narrate hate. Meanwhile, we out here learning tools, breaking rules, building new schools. You stuck guarding a gate with no land. We're building cities you don't understand. History don't remember the ones who sneer.
History do.
It remembers the ones who showed up here. So keep typing, keep doubting, keep shouting at the tide. We'll be
CapCut has a built-in lip sync feature in the editing software.
Drum go louder. Drown it out.
We build worlds while you just shout.
We don't hear you. We don't feel you.
You were never in the fight.
We're the signal.
You're the static.
Fade to nothing in the light.
That was actually pretty good. I don't know if that was like their first video or what, but that was all right. I will definitely go back and plug them a little later when I get through these videos. All right. This one's by some fucking nobody named Ocno. I don't know who the fuck that is, man. Let's see what this guy has cooked up. Nah, if you're a fucking regular to the community, you know Ocno is like all gas, no fucking brakes when it comes to his videos, man. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I'll send everybody over your way here in a little minute. I don't plan the stream long today. I honestly, like, my goal is to react to Shiver's song and then chillax today because I have to work all night tonight. But yeah, if you're a regular in the community, you know Okno. You know he's all gas, no brakes when it comes to his fucking content. This man is really good when it comes to his songs. Really good when it comes to his generations. His artistic flow and style is like one of a kind, and you can't forget the gem of the gospel that he puts in at the end of every freaking video. We got Griffin Knight. Got Leaf versus the Quangos in court. That song fucking slaps. Aspu Black. I don't know who the fuck that is. Late Griffin Knight. Oh, dude, he left and didn't even see his cameo. Holy shit. It can't be Pseudo. I don't know who the fuck that is. I don't know who half these people are. I just know Velasco and fucking Vesper right here. I know that's like fucking... That's the guy that looks like Null but is like red and black. I'm sure like these people are fucking around the community somewhere. Maybe. I don't know. Hangs out in the community. I see. Vesper be looking mad cute here. Holy fuck. Had a hard time with Velasco. Mad Hatter. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, Velasco's mask makes Grok want to make him a whole owl. I've tried doing some Velasco stuff. It's tough. It's like description. Like, I'm gonna stop the whole fucking video and read the goddamn description. Aspu Black, Zayla's in here somewhere. Vesper, Yazpo, the Bloop is in here. Dark Game Ryan, Kuro Nagarashi, and Hyde. Okay. And she's cute too. I'll have to figure out who she is. This is the blue homie Zayla. Holy shit, he looks like fucking Owlman in the background right here. I love Hyde and Blue, bro. They're such a good couple. But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him to, if a great millstone were hung around his neck and he were thrown into the sea. Oh yeah. Don't diddle kids, or you will drown with a giant stone wrapped around your neck. The Bible says so. Honestly, that was pretty fucking dope, Akno. I like the song. I like the court setting, Kura Onagarashi just fucking executing this motherfucker at the end of the video. Griffin Knight as the judge, some of the fucking homies as the jury. We got Zayla. Your style is so consistent too, man. Like I'm surprised. Like some little deformities happened, like when they're like in the background and all that. But overall, like it's such a good video. I like it. I like it. So this is Red Veil. I actually gotta fucking do like a recorded react to this. How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Nightowl. We got another Louis vs. Red Veil installment that we're gonna be watching today. I've heard good things about it, so let's just dive right in, see what there is to see.
It's dark at the bottom of the sea. Just remember, the stars still shine for both you and me. They say it will be fine. They say you just need some time. But we've both given it time.
And if they could understand the pain, maybe they'd say nothing instead. Maybe they could understand that tears can fill riverbeds, and that time can break you down and turn you to dust. But we're still here because we must.
I wish I could say that as I've aged, the road has got gentler still. But every day feels like I'm climbing up an endless hill. When I see you up ahead, down on your knees, I can't take away your pain,
But you can lean on me.
and if they could understand the pain, maybe they'd say nothing instead.
Maybe they could understand that tears can fill riverbeds, and that time can break you down and turn you to dust. But we're still here because we must. It's dark out now. Where have all the stars gone? Hope God can hear my prayer, can hear my song.
But sometimes it feels so long, and I wish that I could be strong. But I'm not who I used to be. If they could understand.
Absolute fucking peak. For those who wore pain quietly and still try to create something beautiful. For the community that refused to break, remember, storms reveal what was built to last. And for you, who kept trying every day. Man. This is gonna get a secondary watch. We will pause momentarily to call out cameos and cool things that we see. This made me so proud to be part of this fucking community, dude. Always appreciated this like rope dancing stuff. I don't know what it's called, but it's really pretty.
It's dark at the bottom.
I love the seals, man. The seals are just like a staple of the community now. Everybody is a seal. One pod, one current.
Of the sea. Just remember.
Louis Verse be looking great as always. I love her style.
The stars still shine.
We got Papa Sky fucking riding his fucking Power Rangers motorcycle through the streets of Red Vale. This is such a cool design too. He looks like an Overwatch character.
For both you and me, they say
My boy Feeble Mind looking cool as shit here.
it will be fine. They say you just need some time.
Zayla being Zayla. I like the juxtaposition of the blue skin and the white hair. Green dress, you know, really attractive, colorful model. I love Zayla.
But we've both given it time.
Some of these people I can't really pin for being like independent characters. Louis Verse, bro, looking fucking great. I like her battle armor and her little cat ear fucking hard hat.
Pain, maybe they'd say nothing instead. Maybe they could understand the tears can fill riverbeds, and that
Entirely sure if this is supposed to be Vesper, but I must say Vesper for right now. Looks really fucking cool.
time can break you down and turn you to dust, but we're still
And Dot Pocket and his fucking seal, bro. It's so good.
here because we
So cute. Look at it. No idea who this is, but they look cute as fuck. This figure skating stuff is really cool too.
I wish I could say
To do stuff like that and have the movements just not be cursed or fucking whatnot is such a talent. Louis Verse is so so smooth and so freaking consistent with everything they do.
that as I've aged,
This is Mama Brows here. I think the other guy is a friend of the community too. I think his name's like Nobu or something.
has got gentler still, but every day feels like I'm climbing up an endless hill. When I see you up ahead, down on your knees, I can't take away your pain,
But you can lean on me.
and if they could understand the pain, maybe they'd say nothing instead.
Maybe they could understand that tears can fill riverbeds, and that time can break you down and turn you to dust. But we're still here because
We got the man, the myth, the legend, Pseudo Gray, our resident librarian, the keeper of records. I was not expecting red veil jelly. Goddamn. Goddamn. And of course, here's my boy Akno, looking cool as ever. I like what she did with the laurels, dude. Like, to be honest, like how it's just part of your hair. This is Pasta, believe it or not. He has a colander hat, and he's, you know, holding pasta. I want to believe is like the tagline Pasta uses on a lot of his stupid shit. It's Keeney the Hound, as the name tag says. Dude, your cameo did look sick. Almost certain this is supposed to be maybe Kivox and his wolf familiar, maybe Glacius Wolf. I'm not entirely sure. What's up, Emmett? Welcome in, Psychro. That's Ben. That has to be Ben. Yeah, that's Ben.
it's dark out now. Where have all the stars gone? Hope God can hear my
Crow's in here too. Shy Crow's with us.
but sometimes it feels so
Shot of Feeble Mind becoming king is it's so symbolic.
long, and I wish that I could be strong, but I'm
Elf Harper. Elf Harper. Oh, yeah, that guy. That makes more sense. Look at Silas here with his freaking gun. Who doesn't like a golden revolver? Hey, Penny, welcome in, welcome in.
not who I used to
Don't know who this loser is.
be. If they could understand.
Got Captain Keen in his fucking cyborg form. Looks dope. Here we got Psychro in his nuclear halo variant. Also looking dope. And is this counterintelligent? I think it's counterintelligent. Well, I owe a lot of people money, Psychro. Stay in line. We got DJ Nathaniel and his Word of God sword. The various weapons here are funny. I like the seal with the Glock. It's like, what's this one gonna do with the coat hanger, bro? Like, what are you gonna do? It's great. Yeah, Louisverse is great, man. They do good work. They are a pillar of the community. I would say they are equal to, if not greater than, kind of Sky at this point. They both have their merits, but Louisverse is definitely like like a homie, to be honest. Yeah, everyone's chill until the seal pulls out the 9, and then we're fucked. Alright, it's just the moment we've all been waiting for. At least I've been waiting for it. I've been resisting so hard watching this video for like the past like over 12 hours. She fucking put it out while I was at work, and I was like, ah, can't watch this shit yet. So now here I am watching it. This is signalfound.exe by our resident jellyfish Shiver. Just give it a watch. Oh fuck, I forgot to start recording. Well, I gotta do that over again. How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Nightowl, coming at you again with some greatness from our community. This is signalfound.exe by our resident girl Shiver. Jellyfish spectacular. We're gonna get into it.
Just to hear a voice, mine was the only noise. Days blur, I barely noticed how alone you can get used to it. One friend, but we faded thin, like I wasn't meant to fit. Then a spark through the static, random, unexpected. I almost didn't answer, I thought I'd regret it. But you didn't push me out, you didn't twist my words around. When I spoke too sharp, too loud, you just laughed it out. I was ready to be wrong again, ready for it all to end, but you let me stay like that didn't make me pretend. I forgot what it feels like to be seen and not denied. Now I'm here, still surprised you let me inside.
Pastel fucking Pastel Feeble Mind goes hard. You should get yourself a little PNG with that. We're gonna watch it again because I love this shit. Shiver is great. Come on, bar. Can't see. Something's in my eyes, guys. I can't see. There we go.
Just to hear a voice, mine was the only noise. Days blur, I barely noticed how alone you can get used to it. One friend, but we
All these gens are so clean, man. Such great style adherence, and it's adorable.
I almost didn't answer it, thought I'd regret it. But you did.
Got the homie Bupella in their little Vocaloid form. I like how Bupella is like exponentially shorter than Shiver. This is fucking Fashizi in his newest form. Brewer, he's a homie. He's cool people, man. If you ever get a chance to talk to Brewer, he's really down to earth. I like him. Seal Pocket. We got the homie Pseudo Gray, the resident librarian and record keeper. Of course, we got Kitsura Nines, man. Nines has been a great addition to the community too. I figured she would keep us at arm's length because she was a bigger content creator who has had her own share of troubles. So I figured that she would not really embed as well as she has. But she and Shiver have just like kind of dug under the skin of the community and kind of become just as big a part of it as anybody else. Yeah, Brewer is cool. Keeney the Hound too with Pseudo. Keeney the Hound and Pseudo have been absolute boons to the community. They're honestly heroes. The thing would not be the way it is without the efforts of these two and the other mods for the Skynet team. They did the Lord's work when it came down to holding everybody together and kind of moving through the scenario that we were in. Got Dot Pocket, Leaflet. This is such a cute freaking scene too. If you're ever in the server, these two go at it like cats and dogs, but they're actually really good friends. It's a funny thing to watch. On Halo. All these group skins are cool as shit. Or group scenes are cool as hell. My bad. Who's this retard? Yeah, the #1 cultist getting his freaking head pats. None of you get that. We got the bloop. I love this ending. The stylistic swirl of her hair underwater was so cool. Oh man. Pastel feet will go so hard, bro. I love Kura. Pasta. That's how it is, man, in this community. You come in, you hang out, and you assimilate. You become family. It's a place where you can just come and be yourself, if yourself isn't fucking annoying and vitriolic, that is. But anywho, that's Shiver's video. Give me a minute. All right. This one is Algorithm Knows Me Best by Noctra.
Welcome to the algorithm. You never knew. You think you know the persona that I show, but the FYP stirs up the late night scroll, scary videos at 3 a.m., rabbit holes I chase. It knows the snacks I crave when motivation's erased. Thumbprints on the glass, history never lies, predicts my mood swings.
That's Pasta.
Friends guess the surface, my goals miss the mark, but one thing knows the chaos living in the dark. Nobody knows me like my algorithm. It reads between the tabs, every hidden rhythm. You swear you got me, but the code sees deeper still. Algorithm knows me best against my will. Yeah, it knows me best. Yeah, it knows me best. We laugh about the trends that pull us in, a perfect distraction as the real plan begins. It buys political votes to decide what party wins, recommends a playlist to change the mood I'm in. You see the highlight reel every time, I swear. It tracks my quiet thoughts I never post anywhere. They offer advice that echoes what they think I need, but the machine already maps where my mind will lead. Nobody knows me like my algorithm. It reads between the tabs, every hidden rhythm. You swear you get me, but the code sees deeper still. Algorithm knows me best against my will. You never knew. Why am I letting lines of code decide? One click to clear the cache. Watch the bias die. Hold up, why am I feeding data of my own script? Harvesting your data as they tighten their graph. Delete, refresh, reject identity theft. Selling your data to the highest bidder left. Algorithm try to cage me, but I'm slipping through the net. Nobody writes my next step, not even AI yet. Quick, get rich, watch the surveillance they turn. Is this the end of an era, or how the first world burns? Nobody knows me like I choose to know myself. Rewrite the algorithm, do it to protect yourself. You thought you got me, but the real me's breaking free. I take back the wheel, define what I will be. Yeah, I know me best. Yeah, I know me best. Screen glow fades. Now fight for your rights.
Noctra is this guy right here. He was the guy driving the car in that earlier scene. He just uses Amelia, I think, in some of his videos because, you know, Amelia is a symbol of the AI and fucking Chud community. Let's see what Smokey Fox has been up to.
Say my name like it's a curse, like I wasn't there when it got worse. You needed more step, so I became one first. Low lights, black sky, I breathe and blame. Every scar talk back, every voice my name. You froze up, I moved, now I'm what you accuse. Truth get buried deep when it's you choose. I cross lines you wouldn't face, now I wear that in my name. You stay clean, I got stained, now I'm dancing in the
Damn, rip pupperfish. Is this Rivanami? Cat girl Rivanami?
if I bleed so you survive, why am I wrong for keeping you alive? Paint me the villain in your story, drag my name through something gory. I bled for a world you adore, now I'm the one you ignore. I took the fall, I took the blame, lit myself up in your name. If love looks like this pain, don't say I'm the one insane. Don't say I'm the one insane.
Damn, this is some brutal combat.
I made the call, I took the fall. Oh, watch me rise, oh, watch me lose it all. Every ghost still follow my steps, every loss still
welcome in.
I never wanted to be your fear.
Damn, he got fucking seppuku.
You to see me here. Not the monster you needed to blame. Just someone who carried the flame. I'll be the villain. That's the cause. And carry every line I cross. We don't forget who paid the Call me the villain, I won't fight it. But I built your world from the dark inside it.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here.
Why did they show up at the end and fight each other? That was kind of wild. That was a pretty cool video. It was a pretty cool video. Not gonna lie. That was Smokey Fox Femi Fatale. If you guys care to go like, share, and subscribe to that guy. Like, share, subscribe to everybody. You know, when I watch a video, go ahead, do it. You know, it is what it is. It's how it is. I haven't seen this one yet.
Cleopatra reporting in, webs heating up, time to spin. Patrol lights flash across the dark domain. Wine goes lurking, spreading red tape rain. I crawl the threads, silent as the night. One wrong post and you're caught in my sight. Files get pulled, evidence in my grip. Secure the scene. Hip, sweet contraband, but justice needs fuel. One bite for the badge, now the chase is cruel. No corner too deep, no shadow too wide. Cleopatra's on the grid with nowhere to hide. Redact the nonsense, seal it with silk. Bad vibes
What the fuck was that thing?
quicker than milk. Cleopatra, silk on the case. Webs under lock, putting threats in their place. Spin it tight, hold the line. Justice divine. Cleopatra, queen of the crime scene, shine.
She keeps getting bigger and bigger, bro.
Customs line backed up, packages in play. I inspect the load, burger buffet.
Now they're just stealing and eating. This is crazy.
Feds in the feed, I got 'em on net. Heavy raid actions, black bars everywhere, but I see through the void, catch 'em unaware. Another raid win, from tac, power surging up, no turning back. From surface streams to the abyss so low, Cleopatra's the law, watch the Quango.
Oh shit.
Queen with the web, justice is served. Cleopatra, silk on the case, webs under lock, putting threats in their place. Spin it tight, hold the line, justice divine. Cleopatra, queen of the crime scene, shine. Call me, beat me, triple treat crime. Evidence room full, treats confiscated high. Webs getting thicker, fries on the fly. From pyramid beats to the cloud domain. Cholesterol gain. Pain. Cleopatra, silk on the case. Bulked up and bold when in every chase. Got a little heavier, but the crown fits right. Just as tasty.
Getting fucking huge, bro.
Day or night.
Hey, what's up, guys?
This shit's really fucking funny, bro. That was a good one. Let's see what we got. Let's see what this retard put out. He uploaded it a few times because he kept trying to upscale it and do different things with it. I assume this is the final version since he hasn't taken it down and re-uploaded it yet. Entirely with Seedance through CapCut too. If you pay for CapCut Premium, you get some Seedance credits that you get to fuck with every month. Seedance is a really powerful AI platform right now. It's good at some things, but not everything. But Seedance is really good. Let's see what we got with Whale's Bane. Whale's Bane is decent when it comes to this stuff. See you later, Penny. Have a good day. Be safe out there.
Leave your pain behind and come to me. Your silhouette slinks in the moonlight. Wicked curves you cannot deny. You call to me in the dead of night, summoning the beast without light. Are you there? Light up my life. Are you there? Tear open the sky. Love me in the dark with burning light. Love without fear, we own the night. I torch the stars and cast them all aside. Are nothing. Shadows wrap our bodies out of sight. Cobwebs in my head, your presence clouds my mind. Right now, nothing matters. Hearts on the line. Are you there? Light up my life. Are you there? Tear open the sky. Love me in the dark with burning light. Love without fear, we own the night. I torch the stars and cast them all aside. Are you there? Shivers up my spine. You bring me to my knees, no trace of pride. Lost inside your glow. Don't ever let me go.
Man, some of y'all are fucking way back in time.
Are you there? Light up my life. Are you there? Tear open the sky. Love me in the dark with burning light. Love with
What's up, Wild Iraqi? What you doing, brother?
and cast them all aside. Are you there? Shivers up my spine. You bring me to my knees, no trace of pride. Lost inside your glow. Don't ever let me go. Burn brighter now beneath the umber moon. Love me till the dawn just fades away. I've given in to every craving call. In your moonlit shadows, I will stay. Stay with me in the dark.
This one was goofy. I liked it though. Wellsbane's good at what he does. Here we got Bupela doing Bupela shit.
Hey! 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 Wake up!
What's up, Iron Duck? If I remember right, this is all sea dance as well. Yeah, it kind of is. I would honestly say the best value for it is to go to Yapper and pay like the 50 a month for like 7,000 credits, and you'll be able to do at least a whole video off of those 7,000 credits if you know exactly what you're trying to do, and then none of your gens fuck up. I would use Seedance exclusively for fight scenes, right? Seedance is very, 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 very good at fluent, heavy, intense fight scenes. But anything else it kind of lacks on. Yeah, like I would generate like the majority of stuff in like another medium, and then just use Seedance for like high test fight stuff. Let's see what Mr. Glasspool put out.
Stuck again. Can't decide.
No idea. No idea. I think CapCut has like an AI lip syncing thing, but I've never used it. I don't really care to use that type of stuff.
Friends are laughing in the moment, but I'm frozen here in mine. Weighing every possibility, replaying every line. By the time I choose an answer, they've already crossed the line. The clock keeps ticking louder.
Bro, have you ever seen any of the shit that I did, Wild Iraqi? You should watch my fucking Quango War 4K video, dude. The whole thing is entirely Seedance fight scenes.
Watching life pass me by, overthinking every second till the chance to say goodbye. Can't make up my mind fast enough, so I miss another ride. Trapped behind these racing thoughts while the world keeps moving outside. Yeah, I'm stuck inside my head.
Damn, your boy's out of coffee. I'm sad.
That cute smile across the room, I'll rehearse 100 ways to say hello to break the ice, but the moment starts to fade. What if they don't like me? What if I just sound cliche? By the time the perfect words arrive, they've already walked away.
I didn't really try anything with firearms, but it does good with weapon prompts. Like I used swords, shields, like battle axes, whips. I did some like magic-y stuff with the bloop, where she was like throwing water balls and stuff.
Overthinking every second till the chance to say goodbye. Can't make up my mind.
Had a Psychro just like whip out a bat at random in one of the generations. It's
Trapped behind these
alright.
racing thoughts while the world keeps moving outside. Yeah, I'm stuck inside my head again. Maybe one day I'll just jump without the perfect plan. Let the fear fall where it may and finally take a stand. But right now the voices argue louder than they should, and I'm still
it's all good. Might as well just watch the whole thing, dude.
I'm stuck inside my head, but I swear I'm trying to break free. Hold it, thinking every doorway, every possibility. One day I'm over.
I mean, Vidu is really okay at fight scenes. I've never used it before.
Then I'm stuck inside my
Yeah.
still missing everything.
Yeah, like Seedance is like really good with the anime style and aesthetic. It's really good at like Sakuga action and like shonen shit. Seedance is where it's at for fight scenes.
Over here, over there, I will bomb the sandy trail and the turbines go flying along.
Wait, that's the U.S. Army theme song.
Well, technically it was field artillery first, because it was caissons before it was the army, but they took it, and I mean, we used to be part of the army a bunch of years ago, but then we split off on our own. We actually have something that they don't. It's called morale.
Yeah, I heard about that. Weirdos and communists have that. How do you not have morale? Well, I mean, we try sometimes. We have, like, mandatory fun days where you don't actually get to do anything fun. Or we go on unit fun runs, which is like 6 miles of just bouncing up and down while screaming a cadence at the top of your lungs that you've heard 15 times over. And then there's also the dudes who go super hard during the Turkey Bowl because they almost went pro but ended up in the military instead.
The H in U.S. Army stands for happiness.
There's no H in U.S. Army.
Shut the fuck up! He can't spell!
You got me good. Thought I wouldn't catch it. Yeah, no, there's no H in U.S. Army. I just had to, I was looking at it. Okay then, whatever. Buff, get over there, keep hitting targets. Iran, are you gonna chill out yet? Chill out? Have you forgotten that you attacked me?
Potato, J-damn, it doesn't really matter to me. Anyways, bite the pillow, I'm going in dry. Time on target, 5 minutes.
Could you do it without the sexual innuendos?
I mean, I could, but it would be a lot less fun.
Said bite the pillow, I'm going in dry.
Hilux?
Focus on the targets that you were given. Iran, seriously, man. We will not, nor will we ever, negotiate with the likes of you.
2 minutes out. Put your hands over your head. Stay low to the ground. You better duck and cover. The bombs are coming down. If Iran fails to talk to us about ending this war and negotiate properly, we will probably be ending an entire civilization tonight.
I might get some flack for this, but I adamantly disagree with that statement. I think it's important to note that there is a staggering difference between the IRGC and your average Iranian civilian. And we lose a lot of moral high ground when we tell people that we're going to wipe out their entire civilization. For fuck's sake, are we any better than them?
The fuck up.
We've killed less of them in 4 weeks of bombing than they did in 2 weeks of protests. We're not mowing people down with machine guns. Anyways, 30 seconds out. Time to sing my favorite song. With bombs wide open.
Fine. A 2-week ceasefire. We will have this ceasefire and we will negotiate here further. I will open the strait with certain type of other things.
See, I told you he would fold. I have the art of the deal. Somebody get Marco Rubio a turban.
Thank you. Buff, turn around.
Radio, break it up. Jews, jamming.
Buff, I know you can hear me. Turn around and return to base. Time now.
Man, this is some horse shit. I'm gonna be constipated for a fucking week now because of you. I was ready. I was happy. Man, I hadn't been this happy since Vietnam. Back when we had good weed, decent cocaine, and a whole lot of women that would love me long time. This is bullshit.
Yeah, it's the same shit, different fucking day, man. They'll fucking make a temporary ceasefire to regroup and recover, and then they'll go right back to fucking attacking. They're fucking... They really just need to be wiped out.
It's difficult to break down because both sides aren't saying the same thing, and some of them aren't saying anything at all. And it's really hard to wade through the fog of war and try and understand exactly what's going on. So this is the best I can do. Good luck. You've reached a ceasefire. Oh, good heavens, that's wonderful. Now we can let diplomacy take over. Yeah, so anyways, Iran, we're opening the strait? Yes. Sort of. We will be imposing a toll. And the ships must contact us directly, and we will give them a strict route to follow so that they are not attacked, damaged, or hit any sea mines. Wait, what kind of toll? $2 million per ship that go through the strait. But it must be paid in Bitcoin. Great job, America. Now, your buffoon in charge has fucked up freedom of navigation for all corporations in Europe. I'm sorry, maybe if you would have pulled up when I asked you to, I would have gotten a deal that was better in your favor. Until then, pay the fucking toll, homie. Now, about my uranium enrichment. Now, I think the nation of Iran can have that and use it for peaceful can't keep a straight face there, purposes. No. But it is part of the 10-point plan that I published and showed to the world. This part is kind of hard to follow because they published a 10-point plan about a month ago. And it did have that in there, or it did not have the uranium enrichment in there. Uranium enrichment. Words are hard. But when they published it in Farsi, it did say that. So the English one did not, but the Farsi one did. And it's very hard.
Hard, huh? I'm surprised you could see it from 30,000 feet. I guess I'm just showing off.
Yeah, you're never going to be able to enrich uranium. I'm not allowing that to happen. Like, that is a hard no. That is not changing. Okay, I was not entirely part of this, but I'm good to still continue to attack Lebanon, right? Yes, that's not part of the deal that we made. But also, tell Mossad not to false flag and fuck this up for us, because we're actually looking forward to this ceasefire. What? Oh, I would never do that and fuck things up for my greatest ally. Tell them to stop. No, Lebanon was part of the deal. You stop shooting at Lebanon. False. Lebanon and Israel have pretty much been at war in perpetuity since Israel became a thing in 1948. That's not part of this deal. And it's clearly stated in there that it is not part of the deal. But you know what is part of the deal is you said, and I agreed to it, that you would no longer sponsor terrorist cells in the Middle East. I think that's fair. So I'm just supposed to have my allies in the region, and they're not going to get help? The freedom fighters against American imperialism and Israeli Zionism? You could also tell them to stop shooting and come out peacefully and turn themselves in. I will not, under any circumstances, execute them on the spot. Why did you wink? What? I don't know what you talk about. You wink. I had hummus in my eye. The fact still remains. I control the strait, and I have shown that Americans are not as powerful as they feel. Like, did you all know that their cover of going to get the pilot was actually them?
What's up, big homie Glasspool? We chillin', watching HLC. We watched your video just before this. It was pretty nice, your latest song.
There's some things that just don't add up for us to be able to do an operation like that. It's plausible, but unlikely. Unlikely? When your planes didn't land anywhere near the mountaintop where you said you retrieved your pilot. What part of C-130 Hercules do you think could land on top of a fucking mountain?
Physics isn't their strong point. Well, I suppose neither is math, art, logic, understanding, basic communication skills, and understanding that you probably shouldn't fuck goats.
Okay, so why did you send hundreds of troops just to get one guy?
For you to understand that, we're going to have to be able to explain that people are important, unlike you and Russia think.
What you talk about? Of course people are important. I'm just not going to waste a lot of money trying to get them back. Also, and I'm not exactly sure where this is written, but it's taught to every soldier from like day one in the United States Army. We like to fight 3-1 because intelligence isn't very accurate most of the time. So, for example, if we knew that there was 50 fighters in the area, we're going to send 150, and so on and so forth. Just because when we get there, if they have 200 or 300, then we're a little bit better prepared. You know what I'm saying? Likely cover story for you trying to get my fissurable material. What I think is wild about this entire defense you're proposing here is it pretty clearly states that you have weapons grade uranium or plutonium in your possession right now, which meant you were already violating previous terms and refining at far greater refinement than you would need for power. No?
Oh no, it hurt itself in its confusion.
Okay, next thing. How were you tracking him? The mountains of Iran are very thick. Your thermals would not be useful. Oh. Yeah, that's classified. We just be building shit. We were tracking his heartbeat. You were doing what? Thanks, CIA, for just so excitedly saying that shit. Okay, I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. They talked about this thing. It's called Ghost Murmur, and basically the premise of it is that it can track human heartbeats from very high up in heavy urban areas so that you can locate individuals. It also works in mountainous areas. I tried reading up on it. I don't really understand the concept of it. There's very little information about it. There's also, I'm giving it 70-30. 70% chance this technology actually exists because we do be building shit. But 30% chance that this is just a way to try and bamboozle America's adversaries. I don't know.
Man, all I can think of is how tough it must be in 2026 to be a flat earther. Everyone else's predictions have come true. All the other, conspiracy theorists, but yours is still just fucking stupid. Oh, that and all the people who thought that COVID shots were a way for us to track you. Come to find out it's your heartbeat. I mean, you could stop that, but, kind of gives you a slight case of death, but even a slight case is fatal. But I'm still upset. I wanted to go over there and then close my eyes and pretend that there's somebody that I hate even worse.
Closing your eyes when dropping explosives is an oddly American thing to do. That's the part that surprised you? I'm just curious of who he could be picturing that he hates worse than brown Middle Eastern people.
Oh, no, they were still going to be Middle Eastern. I was just going to make them browner. Europe and NATO, if you were not probably supportive of my operation in Iran, then there's a high chance that I'm going to remove all U.S. forces from your country. We're not protecting you anymore. The welfare state is over. NATO needs to start pulling its own weight.
So you throw a tantrum, invade a country, blast the shit out of them.
They do need to pull out of NATO. It's fucking useless.
It was a terrible idea, are now being punished with having to take care of their own defense when you've been subsidizing it for the better part of a century. I'm kind of torn here. God, someone needs to take away that man's access to social media. Look, I look at everything not in a vacuum, and I'm trying to understand this. While it would save the United States taxpayers it's insane amounts of money by not having our forces there, I will tell you it will also weaken our position globally. We won't be able to have troops in the right areas at the right time, but that could be something that isn't important to you. The follow-on is if these nations start taking over their own security and then we move all the troops back stateside.
Sure, we can. We just repossess all the fucking forts and all the equipment and everything that we funded for NATO and use it for ourselves. We spread our military out and do our thing and use our forts that are all over the world. And fuck all these people. Like, what are they going to do? If they want to start beef with fucking America, they can get Americanized, colonized.
Great, but then we wouldn't really be able to justify the size of our military. So then we would have to cut back on them as well, or else we just have massive amounts of the bases in the United States just stacked full of troops, not actually doing anything. And this is bad timing, y'all. We just did a study that 1 in 4 people here in Germany, 25% roughly, want to leave. They say there's no jobs here. The climate is not what they were hoping it would be. They are naming several other countries they want to go to. Oh, I'm sure it has nothing to do with the severely large amount of people you have brought in from the Middle East. You know, they don't mix well with us. We are still doing our deportations, yeah. But most of the children, the young people we talked to, said that they want to leave because they're getting uber conservative. I feel like we should be concerned that Germany's getting that conservative. No, I'm far enough away this time. I don't think it's necessarily wrong to be conservative. There is a limit, right? And if you want an unbiased look, I've studied World War II for quite a long time. I've studied both, theaters. I really pay attention to all this stuff. And if you really want to simplify what Nazi Germany, their fascist state was, it wasn't conservative. It wasn't liberal. It was the worst parts of the alt-right and alt-left put together. That's really what it is. That's why people on both sides of the political spectrum say that, Nazis are their opposition, because they cherry pick a few things out of there, but it really is the worst part of both sides put together in one.
Ha!
It's fascist fucking socialism.
And what about you, America? There's going to be forced conscription in your country. Men 18 to 25 are being forced automatically to sign up for the selective service. My God, your military's far worse off than we thought. If you find me monologuing a lot in this episode, it's because in between actual big shit that happens, the news just tries to make everything sound awful so that they can get a lot of clicks. No, UK. Men 18 to 25 since probably the last 60 to 70 years, have had to sign up for the Selective Service. It's actually the law. You have to sign up. All they're doing is they're automating the process. That's it. That's all that's changing. Nothing else changed. Now, to be honest, people don't really get prosecuted when they don't sign up for it. There really is no punishment, aside from you can't vote, you can't get federal student loans, and there's a couple other things. But aside from that, nothing.
Oh, I remember back during Vietnam, we had a bunch of them young hippies on college campuses burning their draft cards. We had a really cool nickname for them, queers.
Speaking of colleges, that is why the West is so fucked up. You guys in your colleges prioritize this stupid free thinking, which is really just a backdoor undermining of the way things are in the country. That is why.
I mean, like, if you ought to ask me, dude,
Yeah,
I think the draft is stupid. I think it being optional is fucking stupid. I think every young man should have like a mandatory, like, I don't know, like 3 years of military service, kind of like what Korea does. I think it'll literally just do nothing but build character and give you life skills and training and all kinds of other bonuses. And if you want, you can make a career out of it at some point. But I think every young man coming out of high school should have to serve at some point in the military, at some point between 18 and 25 to 30.
A wild story. So you have like 7 or 8 universities, actually it might be up to 9 now, that you have labeled as, quote, undesirable, which is more or less the Russians' way of saying that if you are accepted to these universities and you go, it's a one-way ticket. You're not welcome back. Which is bold considering the amount of troops you've lost in Ukraine.
I don't need people here in Russia that think they know better than our supreme leader, Vladimir Putin. He's our president, but more or less act like a supreme leader. Anyways, and they come back with all these stupid ideas. Why do we have to do this? Because I said so. You shut up your mouth.
Uncle Sam, hear me out.
I think that's really just like a movie thing, but I imagine that they do have to disassemble and reassemble the rifle in some point, like for training, and maybe have it timed. Makes a lot of sense.
Blocks the fucking aisle so she can talk to somebody in the supermarket? Idiot. Get her out of my country. Old person who drives under the speed limit? Idiot.
It's like a Forrest Gump thing.
Now, when it comes to people like abuse animals or touch kids, they're not idiots. They are human waste and deserve to be hanged in the town square.
I like that one. I never thought me and him would agree on anything.
What can I say? Your mom's rubbing off on me.
I'm back to hating you again. In America, why are you so surprised by this? The woke are a problem in your country as well. Like the fire you just had in California. The guy burned down whole warehouse.
I hear you, and I see you, Russia. I want you to know that your feelings are valid. But the man was simply expressing how much he had a displeasure with, like, the fascist corporations that just don't pay people enough to live here.
Yeah. I don't think that that's protest. Burning down a $50 million warehouse that 20 people were working inside of just because you disagree with how much you're being paid.
Oh, please don't be white. Please don't be white. Please don't be white. We need some fucking brownie points here.
No. His name is Kamel Abdul Karim.
Ha ha! Jackpot! Oh, shit, I bet on the slow horse and still won anyways. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Workplace violence, almost always white.
And yeah, he's been, like, charged with violence and like, arson, which is what, like, the Gestapo, the police, really wanted to charge him with. But, like, I think he just needs some therapy and, like, a hug. Because, like, living in this fascist utopia that is the United States, I don't think that I want to contribute to yet another person of color living in the prison system.
God, that state is so fucked.
Listen, Uncle Sam, sometimes Callie gets things right. There is, a broken clock is right eventually. I don't know how that saying goes, but what I'm saying is I don't disagree with some of their ideology, man. Like, I don't care if you identify as a non-binary toaster oven, an Apache attack helicopter, you should be able to love who you love. And
W Harble, 10 gift subs. Look at that, my boy Velasco got one. Fucking Father Lupus got one. Malice got one. Hell yeah.
People should be able to get married regardless.
Thanks for the 10,
what
Horrible.
gender
That's
they
such a
wanna
Chad
be.
move. Oh, shit.
Very progressive of you, Grandpa Buff. I did not expect that.
Oh yeah. Just as
Thanks
long as one
again
of
for
them
the
is
10, man. Thanks again.
Buff.
Who is that? Gotta expand
Oh,
this
the joke
out.
was right there. I had to go for it. I was just too good.
Jared
Anyways,
Glasspool
kid,
again
take it
with
away.
another 10.
I don't have anything to add. Why is everyone cutting over to me?
Well, because we
Oh, yeah,
covered all the
Keen
stories
got
I
one.
have listed, so I figured we would end with you. Everyone always talks about in the comment section how we end on Grandpa Buff, and don't get me wrong, he had a great zinger just now. Would have been a great place to stop, but I figured why not give someone else a chance?
Oh shit. Okay. Let me see. He always says something profound, then something based, and then he ends with a joke. Canards are gay. Raccoons are awesome. Foreskin.
Oh, man. Line Crosser's always fucking funny, bro. Unavailable video is hidden. I wonder whose that is. Let's fucking watch this. I love
You may have
Bellular.
heard of What Sword, but that is old news, because today we talk about What Horde. By which I mean this horde. Gromhellscream charging Manroth Putris at the
Be right
Rathgate.
back, gonna get some more
Vol'jin's
coffee.
revolution against Garrosh, the organization forged in the blood of the innocent, redeemed by Thrall, and fighting world-ending threats ever since. Now, I'm not trying to drag Blizzard through the mud here, but there's a world where the Horde actually played a role in Midnight, yet Blizzard chose a different path. They've only got so much space to tell a story, right? It's an MMO. But when Silvermoon was attacked, and its first line of defense, the Light's Vanguard, were sucked into the Darkwell, the natural choice would have been to call the Horde. Instead, we reach out to the Elves, beginning with the Kaldorei. To some it felt a bit weird, and yes, wells going wrong is a very elvish problem. But many did ask, what about the Horde? They've arrived to help with other world-ending threats. And where the hell even is the Horde? Why haven't they arrived? And the answer from Blizzard may as well be, what Horde? So, let's see what's went so weird, and perhaps so wrong, in faction politics, why things have went down this way, and what it tells us about the future of the Warcraft setting. And you know what's even more satisfying during a new expansion launch? DoorDashing a whole bunch of food, or Deliveroo here in the UK. But you know what's less satisfying? The people who know your address getting data breached. And in October 2025, an employee of DoorDash fell for a scam and attackers walked off with names, addresses, and phone numbers. It was the third breach in 6 years, and that's why I use today's sponsor, Incogni, because it helps me fight back. You see, whenever data leaks, it gets everywhere. Brokers harvest it, they sell it on. If you ever wondered how a spam caller got your number, it's that kind of thing. And Incogni solves the problem by automating the legal work you'd otherwise have to do manually. And you can join at incogni.com/bellularwarcraft for 60% off the annual plan. And it's simple, you enter your info, and that's basically that. Now, you see, you've got a legal right to get your data taken down. But doing that manually takes hours and isn't permanent. Incogni scans the broker, sends takedown requests, and adds you to suppression lists automatically. And they've also added custom removals where if you spot your info anywhere online, you can just paste them the link and their team will look into the problem for you and see if they can handle it. And here's my own personal dashboard. I've got 259 takedowns sent, 253 completed, 6 in progress, and I'm on 22 suppression lists. And they're monitoring 23 of the brokers to ensure they're being compliant. It's great peace of mind, and 60% off at incogni.com/bellularwarcraft. We returned from the Void Spire in defeat, and we didn't just lose the battle, we also lost the Vanguard of the Light. And by then, after everything was stripped from Silvermoon to fight Xal'atath, Lor'themar was effectively left with nothing. But Arator had a plan, and that plan comes from a quest called the Kaldorei, which should give you a hint at where all of this is going. Arator tells us we need to retake the Darkwell. He says we need an army. Of course, you think about an army, you think about the Horde. It's got a big army. He says that more than an army, we actually need many armies. Well, the Horde is made up of multiple factions. They're in a big defensive alliance, and one of their home cities has just been attacked. You'd think that they may be the armies, but they're not. And then he goes a little bit off the rails. He says we should go to Belemeth and ask the Kaldorei, the Night Elves, for help. so not the Horde, but a faction that has been, well, brutally antagonistic to the Horde and to Blood Elves for about as long as we've been playing the game. And if you've only been playing the game in the last 10 years, you may not actually know loads of that. So the Night Elves infiltrated Eversong with
he gave me fucking 50 more? God damn, Jared.
Obviously condemned their use of the well. The Night Elves also shunned the Nightborn.
What a Chad move.
Into the Horde. That's why they're there. Now, for their part, the Blood Elves fueled Garrosh's war with weapons of mass destruction, and then took part, at least partially, in the burning of Teldrassil. A small little
Y'all are fucking great. This is a great community to be in.
Long-time Horde players just sat back and asked themselves, what the hell is going on? I don't think Alliance mains can really deal with this either. Why the hell should a Night Elf go and help the Blood Elves, given all of their history? But that's the sort of thing we've been seeing. It's a story that's been building since the War Within's epilogue, and we deep dived that in
Jeez, brother, jeez.
No matter how well grounded all this is in Midnight, it still feels strange, because Midnight happens in Azeroth. Azeroth
keep some money for yourself, brother.
Remember, because we've been playing games set in it for, some cases, 30 plus years. But before we get into why this is strange, let's take a shot at a good faith interpretation. Let's steelman things and see what Blizzard are trying to build before we perhaps tear it down. During the World Soul Saga's reveal, we were promised a reunification of the Elven tribes. That sounded cool, and in subsequent interviews...
Just know that a lot of this money is going back into the community, man. People are getting donos, people are getting Grok Premium, CapCut, whatever they need to create and thrive.
Was about 15 minutes, and Arator's winning smile, plus another world-ending
Welcome in, welcome in.
She quipped that most players don't even know the lore, and I think she would be right.
Jared Glasspools being my sugar daddy right now. Love it, love it.
Explore all of the bad blood between the various Elven tribes. So clearly at one stage, Blizzard put a lot of thought into that. Let's meet them halfway. So, Silvermoon needs an army. The first step is Belemeth, then perhaps Undercity. And partial logic aside, Belemeth is on the Dragon Isle, so it's fairly close to where the Blood Elves live.
Oh, Happy Horrible got one too? Hell yeah.
City-state with very solid portal logic, and besides some saboteurs,
fucking Tom Hawk got one. Gaming Syndicate got one. King Monkey got one.
Resettled in the borders of Eversong. There was no doubt they would eventually step up to defend the Sunwell. And then you have the small but elite forces of the Void Elves, who, besides the whole being bad,
Happy Horrible got like two. Grumpy Whiskers got one.
Much reason or as much of a reason to hate the Blood Elves. All that makes sense, and it gives Arator the army that he needs. Now think about the Horde. Exhausted from decades of war.
It'd be funny if Skybrows got one of these.
Seemingly can't take any action. As recently as the Heartlands Arathi crisis, Thrall was able to just take command of the...
Ooh, Akno and Rudy got one.
We saw it took them weeks to arrive in ships, but that, again, was an intentional storytelling decision, and it gave us time to delve into Khazalgar with a sense of impending Nerubian doom. That all makes sense, right? Put portals to one side, say it's actually difficult to teleport a whole army in.
Unborked chat, hang on.
Something like the Sunwell to do that, and I guess it all does make sense. But it doesn't feel very good. And I think we're seeing that in player sentiment. Those storytelling constraints were put in place because it made sense. So let me take a stab at what we, the players, the Alliance, but mainly the Horde, seem to feel about all this.
Skybro's gotcha game would be fucking retarded,
This is
dude.
how we feel. It's all
retarded and expensive.
He was once Executor Mavrin of the Forsaken.
Imagine having a fucking pool on an SSR Feeble Mind banner.
And the Ghostlands. He put his blood, sweat, embalming fluid, and whatever other fluids the Forsaken have into saving Silvermoon. Then, when the Scourge was gone, he was forced into retirement. But he didn't return to the Undercity. He stayed in Tranquillion. He lives there, and you can meet him today. The Forsaken did not marshal their armies here, and it's an omission so great, given the linkage between those two peoples, that I initially felt like we were being gaslit. You see, pre-launch, Blizzard treated us to this amazing, outstanding animation of Liadrin going to Tirisfal and asking for aid.
Oh, man.
I'm sure the Undercity ain't what it used to be, but Liadrin literally asked the
Hey,
Forsaken for help
keep some of your money for
before
yourself, brother.
Xal'atath attacked.
Times is
Yet
tough.
there was not a whisper.
I very, very, very much appreciate you, oiling me up a little bit, but definitely make sure you keep some money for
That's just
yourself,
the
my guy.
Forsaken. Take another character, Gazlo, still solidifying his position as Trade Prince. You could maybe say he's too busy chasing Orwena through Harrentar. You've got the Tauren. They had some...
I will say that I like a lot of the questing storytelling when it comes to the new expansion. I've been playing it a lot. Like, I haven't really streamed it a lot, but I've been playing it a good bit. And it's definitely kind of getting back to, like, some roots when it comes to actual Warcraft storytelling, but it's also kind of failing in some points that really need to not be failed at.
Central figures randomly teleported to the Sunwell, like Tahu Sagewind. You have the...
And that's another thing, too, is I feel like you miss a lot of the storyline. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I was just, like, kind of questing and following, like, you know, the set path. And while some of the things that were happening were cool, I just felt like I was, like, missing some parts in the middle, right?
Sunwalkers appearing there. So the Tauren absolutely knew something was going on. Yet there was no sign of the Tauren even wondering what happened to those people. Other characters, G, Gera, Talanji, they are stuck in Horde.
Yep, that was most likely Jared Glasspool. He's been dropping some dimes. Welcome in, by the way, James. Welcome in.
The only Horde faction we've not discussed is the Blood Elves, but that one's fairly easy. They've been a backbone of the Horde since the Burning Crusade, literal titans of the modern Horde's war machine. On every front line, they have been pushing the Horde's interest. They're owed. They've contributed to that alliance. That's why it's strange for them to not reach out, and strange for the Horde to sit back and do nothing. Now, those are all the logical reasons we feel the Horde should be in Midnight, but they're not. Not because they're too busy, or because...
Hey, Aspo Black, you were in Octo's video.
It's actually
Yeah. It's funny that you got a gift sub.
And it's the
We just watched your cameo in Octo's video earlier.
They made a choice. They decided the Horde was not a worthwhile storytelling unit, and so they went in a different direction with the reunification of the Elven tribes. Something that, within the context of 12.0, might have taken about 20 minutes of campaign. And the thing is, all that should have been obvious by now. It's clear Blizzard does not know what to do with the factions, what to do with the legacy of the world that they have built, and what to do with that particular
classic
brand of
WoW
Horde
was definitely a different
That's
feel,
brand of
Jared.
Horde storytelling that brought, you could maybe say, about half the player base to World of Warcraft. Those are the kind of stories with hard edges, with death, with loss, and with redemption. So I'm going to do two
often
things.
it's pretty chill.
First, I'm going to show you the set of events that broke the Horde.
It's OCD and don't like a whole bunch of servers, so I don't really join many. I don't even really like Discord.
Then I'm going to explain what they're doing instead. Because if you think neither the Horde nor the Alliance factions dominate the A-plot, you're wrong. You know, it's ironic that Sylvanas returned to save the day in a story that put the final nail in the Horde's coffin.
I must have missed that one.
It was Sylvanas
I wish
who murdered it in the first place.
there would be a chat history for it, but it goes away after a certain amount of time.
Putting faction politics aside for the greater good when it really counts. It could have started at Molten Core, or after the disaster of Wrathgate. The factions failed. The Argents saved the day. You could even say it's when the Alliance and Horde rebels united to fight Garrosh, or the pinnacle of faction-agnostic storytelling during the third and final Legion invasion. But even then, the Forsaken were blowing Alliance airships out of the sky, setting up, of course, the true villain of our story, the Fourth War. At the time, it made its own kind of sense. Sylvanas was a brutal war chief, worse than Garrosh in many ways, but many thought she had her people's interest at heart. She would just go to absurdly extreme lengths. And with Azerite, we had a literal arms race, one that the Horde got the initial leg up on. So we launched into a war that we quickly discovered was pretty much the most brutal yet, a true world war on Azeroth. Stormwind lost so many soldiers, it needed to conscript farmers from Westfall. The Horde, their armies and
Battle for Azeroth was a really fun expansion for me, and got really into the world PvP there.
And before the whole thing kicked off in earnest, Teldrassil and many of those within were literally torched. But it made sense, right? It's the Alliance and the Horde. They don't trust each other. Sometimes they hate each other. And this is the natural conclusion of 2 decades of tension. But then, as one expansion turned to the next, it no longer made sense. In the Shadowlands, we discovered the kill count was so high because Sylvanas was funneling anime.
I think it's just a style choice, Glasspool. I don't think there's anything like specific with it.
Or something, because, as we all know so well,
the thing I know is that all elves like eventually came from trolls, right? The whole story was like after the Sundering, a bunch of trolls settled around the ruins of the Well of Eternity, I believe it was, or I don't know, I forget. I honestly forget, but essentially it's trolls. They settled around like the Well of Eternity, or what became the Well of Eternity eventually, and over time they gradually just kind of evolved and morphed into what we know as the modern day Kaldori Night Elves. And then after, no, it was the spot where I believe one of the old gods was like yanked out of Azeroth by the Titans, and it became like a magical source of power. And then like the trolls settle around it, and they build the Night Elf civilization after years of fucking evolution and mutation from the powers of the fucking Well of Eternity, whatever they call it. And then after the whole like original Legion invasion with like the War of the Ancients and all that, and the Sundering where all the fucking continents were exploded and split apart because of the fucking fuckery of the Well of Eternity, the High Elves, which were the magical sect that ruled over the Kaldori, ended up splitting off and becoming what we know as the Blood Elves today.
a cosmos divided cannot withstand what is to come. But what that story did is it made the sacrifice of the factions.
It's it was never the plan to just kind of like doink off non-creators from the server. We were really just trying to clean shit up because we didn't know who was bad actors and who wasn't. So yeah, we kind of like combed through everybody, and people vouched for others, and that's just how it is. Unfortunately, when you have big fucking breaches in security like that.
Pointless. We weren't fighting because of decades of tensions, not because of the cycles of hatred. It was actually all because Sylvanas needed souls, and she was basically lying to everyone. The Fourth War was a failure.
I would hit up Psychro or Feeblemind or Silas, I think, is in charge over there now.
And that realization, I believe, gave Blizzard the fear. Clearly, faction tension was too hard to land for the modern.
Either Feeble, Silas, Psychro, Pseudo Gray.
Perhaps in a different direction.
They could get you into the server.
Then things began happening in Blizzard HQ. Rumors of
a lot of fucking people.
Immoral behavior from staff going through the past, and when it exploded into the public with the now famous lawsuit, Blizzard hard pivoted away from.
We were really trying to like keep everybody we could around Digger Payne. We really didn't want to like excommunicate anybody. Even some of the people that were fucking around, right? Like even some of the people that we knew were fucking around and running their mouths and creating issues, we offered them like ways back. Like we never really like burned people entirely. We're like, look, you got to take a time out and you got to adjust your behavior. Come talk to us in like a couple of weeks and see if like you have anything fucking else to say. And we try to be super duper fair, but a lot of the times like people bite the hand that feeds them. It's I hate to say, but more often than not, it's a mistake to kind of like forgive people who act like that. But it is what it is.
The most damning piece of evidence is, obviously, Eitrig. We've done a whole video on that, but in short, he no longer says strength and honor. He says strength, peace, and honor. Like,
I don't think the Discord invite is going to be in anybody's descriptions.
There's no reason for you to suddenly say that. I understand the lore, I understand the backing, but what matters is the story that Blizzard tells. and they did not tell the story of him getting to that place. And that feels like the soul of the Orcish people finally being gutted and sacrificed on the altar of Blizzard's modern, young adult fantasy ambitions. It's what they seem to be. And what those are the final dying grasps of the Horde that we grew up with. No longer relevant, no longer useful, no longer having a place in the world. And on that depressing note, I'll now tell you what Blizzard are doing instead. This is the
why we exponentially expanded our moderation team at the end of the day.
And it was pure faction antagonism. And this is Hope Rises, key art for Midnight. Look how similar they are. Two factions in a desperate struggle. And that's what I'm about to explain. That the Alliance and the Horde may be dying on the vine, but factions aren't. Factions, at their core, are kind of platforms to be greater than the sum of our parts. And that's essential in a world like Azeroth. A single orc can't face down Argus, the Lich King, or Ragnaros, but a coalition of the Horde's best and brightest did. That goes for the Alliance as well. But the point is the factions are still important. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to beat the threats that are coming our way. It's just that the factions in question have changed, and that's the sad bit. Midnight alone has 2 post-battle
Discord is lame. I hate the fucking platform. I'm only there for the community.
The Argent Crusade in Northrend, but with a
What's up, Tomahawk?
Light. They were sucked into the Darkwell, and so far have been a failure. Then, instead of reaching out to the Horde, we hammered together another de facto faction. The Elves, the reunited tribes. In a way, very cool stuff. I do actually mean that. We've been asking for some of that for years, and it opens up loads of storytelling opportunities. Think of a Lordaeron-focused faction of humans in Forsaken, a pan-troll faction securing their ancestral lands, the Children of the Titans, humans, dwarves, gnomes, coming together to explore Northrend. That's the type of post-faction future that we are marching into. And in
sounds gay. Really want the Warcraft to come back.
Cool themes, cool lore. But the problem is, when you totally ignore one of our fundamental driving forces for playing the game, the Alliance and the Horde, when you cut out 20 years of player experience, people are going to feel bad. And it's totally avoidable. If Blizzard put just a little more effort into explaining why the factions aren't involved in this post-faction storyline, perhaps we'd all just nod and go to save the Sunwell alongside the Elves. But no. Instead, Blizzard chose not to use the Horde. Not to really mention.
Seems like they've backed off that age verification bullshit.
Every lore reveal, and with every raid, with every new Xalatath-caused crisis, where are the Horde? So, what Horde? How does it exist? And the thing is, the core of this world's storytelling, one of the things that has defined it.
I think it's goofy as fuck that people act like the Horde hasn't been like story-centric for like the entirety of the fucking game. Literally, the Horde is everywhere. The Horde kind of handles like a lot more of the issues than the Alliance actually does. The Horde causes a lot of issues, but the Horde also kind of handles a lot of the issues. A lot of the story-driven shit is done by the Horde. The Alliance usually comes in and acts like, you know, fucking dumb, bigoted humans and fucking ruins shit for the most part. Digress. A lot of people are fucking biased when it comes to that. You'll hear people say the same shit about the Alliance too. They'll be like, "Oh, the Alliance just gets fucking dogged on the whole time." Oh, the Horde is the developers have fucking Alliance bias or Horde bias. People will say the fucking same mirroring shit. You know, being an Alliance player, I think the Horde gets all the fucking glory, to be totally fucking real.
Has been these two grand coalitions of different peoples. And it's the interaction of those peoples in Warcraft 3 that truly built out what Azeroth is, what this setting is. And if you look at vanilla World of Warcraft, essentially set amidst slightly rising tensions and a little bit of a sort of Cold War situation, well, that quite literally defined the Azeroth that was put together. It's the origin point of the game that we're currently playing. And I'm not saying that that game can never change, but when it forgets what it is, its players will begin to feel like the thing they're playing is no longer in alignment with why they're playing it. And what's perhaps most sad to me is what the Horde represented for so many players.
Tweet, motherfucker, tweet.
Yeah, there's a lot of strength.
That song you made me earlier fucking killed it, by the way, Silas. I really appreciate it.
Them feeling like outcasts. A lot of people saw something in the Horde, saw something in the underdog, the misunderstood. That's one of the things that made Warcraft stand out, and that made so many people fall in love with it. And it actually goes deeper in that. And look, this right now, this bit's unscripted. This is just me talking. It's a bit of a thought that just kind of entered my head. Whenever you look at the Alliance, right, you do sort of feel this sort of Anglo-Saxon, Tolkien-inspired sort of thing, right? That's the sort of fantasy stuff that in this neck of the woods, we're all just like completely familiar with. But it was Blizzard's take on the Horde that actually felt different, that actually felt like it was bringing something to the fantasy genre that wasn't done so much. And you know, in a way, growing up not in America, right? When we think of America, you do think of, well, the people who did end up...
Hey man, take care of the kid,
So many parts of the world.
Appreciate you as always, Silas, a hero of the community.
A sort of positive story to that. Obviously, I can think of, say, Irish immigrants ending up in America. And I think some of that just felt reflected.
WoW used to be really fun, James. If you ever want to get into it, I would recommend just playing the classic servers.
American, in a good way, take on that sort of slice of the fantasy genre. And as Blizzard just went away and away and away from that, more and more, they've lost some of what made them unique.
I don't know. I pick some at random.
And some of what drew a load of people who wouldn't have been super into the nerdy elf shit into this big MMO that we all love.
I wish I could just like kind of like give people the subs myself for free. I think it would be fun to have like a couple like perpetual members that are like VIPs.
It's a sad thing. I really hope they change their mind. I don't want another battle for Azeroth. The thought that I've long had is, guys, just look at what you did in vanilla. You pretty much did it perfectly. It was a bit of a Cold War. It wasn't some ridiculous, we're going to burn Teldrassil, we're going to torch the Undercity, we're going to kill everyone. No. It was a world full of distinct peoples with political alliances, defensive alliances, and different goals. And those stories didn't have to be big, huge things involving cosmic forces.
Chat fucking broke.
It was things as simple as the Night Elves really, really, really like their trees. But the orcs, like, they need some wood to build stuff with. And the Barrens doesn't have that much wood. That leads to Warsong Gulch. That's the kind of thing that makes a world feel real. And that is the kind of thing they have just lost.
Mr. Glasspool be breaking my chat with all his donos.
And the ramble that I decided to do at the end. Maybe you think it's interesting. I'd love to know what your take is on this. And if you want to see Midnight's essentially perfect microcosm of this issue, I implore you to watch this video next.
Yeah, this made me just want to play fucking WoW now.
Hey, we've got to talk about spicy lore again.
Let's see. Mummy is online. Oh, did you only stream for like 15 minutes there, buddy? Man. I hope to God he needs to keep some money for himself.
Be able to cover this cost.
These are terrible.
What's up, Mummy?
These are terrible decisions. These are terrible decisions this guy's making. Like,
I'm not saying I'm particularly smart, but this seems like a pretty small issue. Hello, Nightowl! What's up, my brother?
Go get this man. Flood his chat.
Stuff from Bungie. Oh, that was 3 weeks ago. I'm pretty late on it.
I've been told that I could get hopefully I pronounce it right, a plaintiff lawyer. Forgive me if I say it wrong.
He can't even pronounce the word plaintiff, but he's certain. He is absolutely certain to win.
Like, I am 100% certain I'm going to win this case. There's just too much evidence I have right now.
Invading your chat, bro. Hell yeah.
It's impossible to lose.
I'm gonna be honest.
You should treat yourself every once in a while, man. Like, get things for yourself.
My server are ready to be invaded by any people from the Skybrow community at any time, by the way. Oh, excuse me. So you're free to do so. You know, I have Silas's rules as well. If you want to come join me, just give me a call.
I do have a fiance, someone I love, and someone that I'm trying to, you know, make a family with. That's another reason going into bankruptcy. If I was by myself, I would probably do it.
Well, Chibi. Well.
It's alright. It's alright, Velasco.
Well, just go into fucking bankruptcy. So after raising $16,000.
Yeah, Chibi's got some spine, bro.
What's going on? Why is Nick24 on Twitter still allowed to chat shit? So he put out a statement explaining the whole timeline. The users involved in this harassment against me took it a step further and contacted a doxing group to ruin my life. Which, to be fair, my name is forever in the mud now. Nick, your name was already in the mud. These guys did not do shit. Personally,
alright. Go raid Mummy. Go get in there. Go bother him. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming out. I'm gonna veg out and play some Warcraft for a little bit and be on the Discord chat. I will see you guys on the next one. Appreciate all the donos. Appreciate the camaraderie and the community. I love you guys.